champ is here.
Hey, everyone.
What happened?
Yeah,
to
Clint. Clint
Clint
died on
is
us.
so excited. He has such exciting news to tell everybody that he just froze. Like the
That he
computer
just
is
froze
the
up.
Oh,
excitement.
he's gone. He's
It
gone.
is
He's
too much
So we're-
excitement.
It's a wrap.
We'll let him jump around the room and scream and holler and get whatever he
It's
has to get
almost as
together.
exciting as if Nick Chubb had a better game, huh, Ian?
Yeah, that kind of way. Ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
welcome to the fantasy football show with no name. Then we'll just introduce without Clint. Then I am Big Jeff, the queen of New Orleans football, Lauren.
Who dat?
Who dat? And then Ian, the champ, kind enough to join us, grace us with his presence from high atop the fantasy football mountain that he sits upon each week and looks down on us mere mortals who merely
Peasants.
struggle with our lineups, our peasants. How was your weekend? It was championship weekend. We'll jump right into it because I know Clint's probably getting there. He is. He looks like he's coming back in the back door. But go ahead, Ian.
Yeah.
Tell us how your weekend went around.
All right. So wound up with 5 teams in the finals. Merled the commish kicked my ass in Jeff's Wakandian Alliance League simply because of Michael Carter, George Kittle, and Antonio fucking Brown. Pardon my language. Yeah, so lost by like 50 to Merled. That was terrible. In JM Sleeper League, I lost by 5 points with a team that was completely on IR. And in my league of record, my 12-year league, I lost by 7 points because of Deontay Johnson. Did win 2 other sleeper leagues. The Dirty Sanchez Butt Fumblers won, and Saved by Odell won. So went 2 out of 5 in the finals, 2 out of 11 overall. Not a great year, but you can never really frown on a couple of championships. So all in all,
Free money is free money.
Hey, bro.
The saddest part about it is earlier in our Any Given Sunday league, I traded away Derrick Henry to one of our league mates, Colleen, for Nick Chubb and Marquise Brown. And now I am crying myself to bed every night for that. Oh, God, Merle's here. I have to face him.
I was already
Dog
talking.
walker. There he is.
I was hoping you weren't going to show up, bro.
I said the first thing I did was talk smack for you, Commish.
Yes.
You on mute.
What's up, Merrill?
What's up, Merle?
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. What's going on, everybody? Yeah, and that's just how it works again, man. It's just, luck of the draw. Najee Harris going off,
Antonio Brown taking his clothes off and
Antonio Brown, Michael Carter, and George Kittle.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, oh my God, yeah. So that was crazy. So yeah, all those things, yeah. At least one of those things needed to happen for me to have a chance. So but I still had a pretty good score after Harris.
Yeah, I mean it was all right. Listen, congratulations to you. That was a well-earned victory. So
yeah, man.
Congrats.
All right. So real quick, raise of hands. Who won a championship this weekend? Good times. Berg came in a very, very, very close
That's a hand.
second.
How about that's a hand?
He came in let's just say Berg didn't have a very good weekend overall out there on the football field.
We got some guests there, I see.
Because his Dolphins shit the proverbial bed. But we can talk about that in a little while. Let's talk about some more fantasy stuff. And I'm sorry that I missed the intro.
We're gonna talk shit about them. Listen, that's no problem. We were driving without you. Let's we have
my internet was jacked up.
Hour or whatever.
Yep.
Let's go to Lauren. Let's go to Lauren's family league because I believe we have imported us a special guest this week that we have to talk to. We have been talking to him all year. Let's go ahead and Lauren's guest on. Let's find out how his league was going.
He's the drafting master.
Yeah. take out your papers, people, so you can figure out how to draft and what to do next year. The collusion kid is about to come on with us here. I think he is.
Where did he go?
I think he gave himself some intro music.
There you go.
Hello.
I think he gave himself some intro music, Lauren.
He did.
I swear,
He
I think
did.
he's playing like WWE walk down music or something.
No, I was in the bathroom.
Well, Aiden, can you mute the TV that's behind you, because we can hear that. I think it's you.
That's not me.
Okay, then
Got
somebody had the TV. Okay, all right, dope. So Aiden, tell us about your victories.
Well, I was good until week 7, I think, and it was downhill from there.
Oh no!
What happened?
Well,
Derrick Henry got hurt, and I went 1-7.
ouch. That'll do it, man. Hey, welcome to the show. I know you're
Hi.
you're a long time watcher, so welcome. It's nice to see, put a face to a name, and all the stories and hoopla that Lauren tells us about you. So that's good. So Drafting Master, tell us a little bit about why Lauren gives you that name.
I don't know.
Your draft, the couple times he's drafted, he ends up coming up like with a number 1 seed going out of the draft. Like he just does a really good job drafting. It's not my strong point. He is good at drafting.
The Derrick Henry pick was a good pick this year.
Yeah.
So,
It was till week 8.
Yeah, and what are you gonna do? It's football, it's fantasy, things happen. I mean, hey, I had to start Jarrett Patterson this weekend.
We got 20 points out of that, though.
I got 18. So yeah. Hey, let's welcome in J.E. It's nice to see your face, sir.
We got a million people on here this week.
With or without the cowboy hat, it's nice to see you. And I look forward to seeing you in August.
Oh,
to give
and
you
now
this.
The champ, the real champ,
I see the family resemblance
Family
here.
Football League to give you some shit. That's the same person. Like y'all like in the same camera. I mean,
It's
what
like
is this?
twins.
Y'all in
This
the
is just
same
Lauren without
camera?
glasses.
Yeah, no, we look
What is
almost
this?
exactly like. But
You are the same person, yeah.
Yeah.
You are the
Yep.
same person. All right, so
And it's
All right, I'm
magic.
outdoors at a dog date. If you can hear the scrambling, it's my dog and his best friend running around in their backyard.
Oh my
So-
God, it's
so-
the same voice.
Yep. It is.
So Vanna,
It is the
it's
same
nice to
person.
see your face. Put another face to a name. So it's great. It's great to have you on. Tell us about your victory on Sunday or Monday.
Well, the really important thing to me was coming in above my children. Everything else was bonus.
Yep.
So
I get
like and it's funny because yesterday
Like
or no,
parent?
this morning my children were telling me about the bad moves I made with all my trades, and I was like, really? Because I
No,
beat
that
you.
was not me. That was not me.
That was you.
That's how you were winning.
Telling me I shouldn't have traded Jamar Chase, which I think I traded for Hunter Renfrow, which led me to victory.
Yeah, I did that.
Well, you weren't playing Jamar Chase on Sunday, apparently, if you were led to victory by Hunter Renfrow.
Well, this last weekend it was Chicago's defense that helped me because Derrick Henry shit the bed,
You have
or not
Yeah,
Derrick Henry.
balls to trade Jamar Chase for Hunter Renfrow and
Right.
pull that off. That's a
Right.
ball, Marty McFly Sports Almanac type right there.
Well, I heard that over the last 6 weeks of the season, that Hunter Renfrow was the number 4 wide receiver. So you're getting some shade thrown at you, Lauren. Get some shade thrown at you.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, so defense is what won your championship this weekend. That's amazing. It's nice to see that. I've heard some horror stories about what happened to people. What happened to people this Sunday? I've heard a story about somebody losing because of a kneel down in the last second of a game. That was actually this weekend, so it was a separate story. And I was telling Ian and Jeff before y'all came on the air that I heard a story about somebody that lost. They were down by 3.5 points, and they needed Dalvin Cook to do more than 3.5 points, and he did not.
Yeah, he was 4.
Yep. So it was a problem.
I had a buddy. I think he's watching Seth. He was just telling me all he needed was Najee Harris to not get the ball. Like it should have been.
Oh my.
Yeah, that last
Oh
run,
my.
like that was it. Like he was at 99% done.
Yeah.
League is. I feel from. I was like, that's a rough one. That is
Yeah,
rough.
that is a rough one. That is a rough
last
Two
run.
minutes to go. With 2 minutes.
I know it's.
I just want to know if
something.
I can get in the Lauren Family League next year.
Same. Like
Yeah.
maybe we
I
should.
want to play in the Lauren
Definitely.
Family League next year.
So now this is going to be like a 16-team league, and there's going to be like a 4-person bench, and
Yep. Yeah. More collusion.
right, more collusion.
collusion.
I can see it. So, Je, welcome. How you doing? You feeling okay?
I believe I'm all right.
Yeah. Je was
I'm
among
still in
the
shock.
many. Je was among the many that got chased this weekend, and so it was unfortunate, man. Because DK Metcalf, I told Merrill, I texted him before
30
the
points.
Seattle game. I
30.
texted him before the Seattle game. I was like, DK can do the same thing that Chase did. So I'm not counting my chickens yet. But man, he tried, bro. He tried. So good game. But next year, man, in August, this is yours.
Oh,
You're gonna
thank
grab
you.
this from me, and I'll put the trophy next to me on the next shows next season. So Ferg can do a complete eye roll every time we come on air. So welcome, sir. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Did you win any other championships?
No, in Foofnagel, I fell victim to the curse of the
Yeah.
regular season champ.
Yep.
I don't
It
think
happened to me last year, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats
Yep.
to you.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. It's nice to win Hoofnagel. As you know, how many Hoofnagel titles do you have, sir?
3.
Yeah. This is my 3rd now.
All
So
right.
now I'm in you and Kiasha's club.
Inner circle.
Yeah. Is Dana in that club too? Does Dana have 3,
I
Kamish?
think so. Yeah,
So me, Dana, Je, and Kiasha?
I think so.
Mhm.
Because I think
Yep,
you have
that's the club.
2. You have 2, I think, and
Yeah.
Mott has 2. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, we have a
Yep,
we
I
have
think
a,
that's right.
Lauren, they let these
So-
other people win, so I can't play the minority card and say I got
who's gonna be the
Let me-
first
I
one
need-
to 4
I
titles?
need to go
in
get-
Hoofnagel?
every.
I need to go get the trophy real quick and take a look. I love that.
Yeah, we need to see who's gonna be the first person to win 4 in Hoofnagel. So I think that'll be
I'm
a
gonna
big deal.
hire Aiden as my GM, and we're gonna win the next 3.
I think maybe you should stream in Aiden for the
Me and
draft
the
whenever we go over to
Babyface
Merrill's
Assassin.
house. Yeah, I think maybe you should definitely do
We
that.
should,
This is,
and I should just
Yeah.
let him pick the teams.
yeah.
He's good. He just sits there quietly and like you
Or
don't even
drink
realize
and
it.
let
And I'm
Aiden
just like,
pick
how
my
did he
team.
get like his team is stacked?
Well,
Yeah, he's
you know,
he's
that-
You
good.
did drop James Robinson.
I did
Ooh.
drop. Oh yeah, I did. That is true.
well, we can talk about that for a second. This guy, poor kid, right? I mean, he got the angel of death for running backs.
Achilles.
Yeah. So there, I mean, it's really hard for a running back to come back from Achilles. We'll see what Cam Akers after 5 months does of recovery time, because I don't know.
He's gonna play
I
Sunday.
don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, that's what they say. I can't see him getting more than 4 or 5 touches though. Like Achilles injury. I mean, he is young, so I mean, he's definitely got that on his side. But man, that's going to be tough. That's going to be real tough. So you know, hopefully James Robinson gets healthy, because he is what led me to get this. And it was, you know, it was nice having him, and people loved having him this year, even though, you know, with all the way that Urban Meyer tried to not give him the football, he still had a good year.
I think Urban Meyer just wanted to put him down as much as possible because Etienne is his guy.
Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure.
And he didn't want Robinson to like
Basically.
be so good that next year there's like some drama or some controversy.
Okay,
And
so
he's
Ian,
losing
question.
Robinson. Yeah.
Way too early conversation. Where does Travis Etienne get drafted next year?
That's what I was getting raised. Yeah.
Where?
Yeah. Where? Because he's not he's gonna be the lead back unless they draft somebody, which
I mean,
who freaking knows?
I mean, he's going to be the lead back, but you have to consider so was Mike Davis, And Mike Davis was, I think, like RB22 or RB23 this year.
He was RB garbage.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. He was RB Allen, who shall not be named.
You almost did it, Ian. You almost did it.
Almost.
You almost did it. You almost got muted.
I can see. I mean, a lot of where Etienne gets drafted is really going to depend on how he shows out in training camp, in preseason games. Mm-hmm. I would not want to be in a league that does a redraft before the second or third or even after the fourth preseason game. Like, I want to see what he can do. If he comes out and is catching 4 or 5 balls, is running with really nothing showing, I can see him as a RB 15, RB 20, maybe 4th or 5th round pick.
All right, so let's say he comes out. He plays game 1. He looks pretty good. He plays game 2, not very much, but looks better. Plays game 3 a lot, looks good. Let's say, I don't know, 10 carries, 50 yards, right? He averages 5 yards a carry. Where are you taking him in your draft? Are you going to be able to be the one to pull the trigger on Travis Etienne?
I'm not going to be the one who's going to pull that trigger in like the 3rd round. If he's there in 4, because consider, the 3rd preseason game is the one where the starters get the most action. They're going through halftime into the 3rd quarter. So if he's that entrenched starter, I'm not going to jump at somebody who's still ostensibly a rookie. I would in a redraft, I would jump at Michael Carter.
Oh yeah.
Before I would jump at Etienne.
Yeah, even though he plays for the Jets, I wouldn't disagree with you.
Yeah, I mean, I like Carter. I traded Carter away in too many leagues, and I wish I did.
Huge fan. Dude, that kid, not only was he a Tar Heel, but he was averaging 11 or 12 points a game, and that's all you really need out of a flex player most times. Yeah. Meryl, what do you think, man? Where are you taking Etienne?
4 or 5.
What round?
What round do you take an Etienne? I mean, he's going to be the lead back next year.
Yeah.
So
3rd, 4th round.
3rd, 4th round. Would you be the one to pull the trigger on that?
4th round. Oh yeah, 4th round. If it's 4th round, maybe.
In 4th round, yeah.
4th round, definitely 4th round. 3rd round, I'd have to, it has to be like I made a mistake and didn't draft running backs or something.
Right.
But
like Ferg did this year in Hoopnagel.
I don't know if I want the Jacksonville running back. Depends on who the coach is.
Well, I mean, look at James Robinson. He didn't get drafted in Hoopnagel last year, and I picked him up off the waiver wire in week 2, and he was the RB5 last year.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure that I haven't looked yet because I haven't done all the research that I need to for the end of the year fantasy show that we're going to do in a few weeks. Yeah. But he probably finished in the top 15. I would say.
Oh,
James Robinson.
Robinson? No.
Hey, Ferg, can you check Hoopnagel and see where he finished?
I constructed my life to not have any Jaguars players if I could help it, so I didn't watch hardly any of their games.
I get it. Ferg, can you look at that real quick? See where
you saying too, though, like the year after you come off ACL, they never do that well.
See where James Robinson.
Didn't he have?
See where he finished at Hoopnagel.
And Achilles?
Who?
Etienne? I thought it was ACL.
ACL.
He was an ACL?
Right. Yeah. So
I wouldn't touch him.
Foot injury.
James Robinson.
It was a foot injury.
Yeah. James Robinson finished as RB23 on NFL.
Oh, NFL. Yeah, NFL doesn't really count all the things that we count. Where is it at, Ferg?
I mean,
and who has their TV on?
It would be drastically different
because of the receptions.
That TV might be there. The TV on the background. I think it is.
Okay. But the so Hoopnagel's half-point PPR, and I think 6-point touchdown. I think NFL is 4-point touchdown, right?
Yeah, ours is 6.
Oh, 6. Okay.
Yeah, ours is 6, and we're 1-point PPR.
6.
Yeah. Okay.
So
we probably finished the same in the Yahoo leagues.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I think.
Last year we were hot on him. He scored 230 points last year. He scored 162 points this year with Urban shitting on him all year.
Well, he was also hurt for a while.
I mean, he's still a beast.
Yeah,
I mean,
he was
he
also
had-
hurt for a bit.
He had a half a dozen games less than 8 points.
Listen,
He had some real bomb games where he scored 20, 25, but he had a couple of real, not counting the game where he had 1 point and got hurt. He had a game versus Buffalo where he had 0.
And he's barely an RB2, man. So he was more like a 3-4. So I wouldn't trust the running back on that offense.
Well, we'll see who the coach is next year.
Listen,
you just made me think of a question.
We got a room full. Let's veer off of Jacksonville running backs for a second. We got
Lauren
here.
Lauren said she had a question.
Without saying Jonathan Taylor. Okay, go ahead.
My question is, did anybody else? Okay, there was the John Madden tributes this weekend, but I mean, I'm not a Pittsburgh fan, but I got feels a lot. Like, I just want to say congrats to Ben, man, coming out there like last game. Like that was awesome that they got that interception, let him kneel. So that was like a feels moment for me to watch those guys go.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't a Ben hater despite all of the things. I was never a hater of his. Never a fan really, but never a hater. And you got to have respect for him. Dude's a Hall of Famer. Yeah. He was third in passing yards or fourth in passing yards when he finishes. I mean, obviously this is going to be his last game, guys. I mean, he was crying walking off the field. It's like he did everything but kiss the logo, right? So, but you got to have respect for the dude. 2-time Super Bowl champ, right? 2 times.
Yeah.
So,
2-time champ.
Yeah, and that's
40 and 46.
That's not easy to do. And if Eli's going to the Hall of Fame, Big Ben's going to the Hall of Fame.
Philip Rivers.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah,
even though he has no rings at all. I don't even know. He's got some Philip Rivers. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's garbage.
Yeah, it's just he had that one opportunity. I feel like the Chargers were playing the Patriots and they fumbled or something, and then the Patriots got it back or something. Yeah.
They got Tom Brady. They got Tom Brady.
Yeah, they got Bill Belichick.
Well, yeah, that's
Did you see him today?
With the Giants own both those gentlemen. So,
did you see today what Bill's doing for your game this weekend?
Oh, geez.
He put them in he had the smirk. He turned the heat up as high as he could get it, and he made them practice in high heat because they're coming. They're coming for you. And you're wearing a dress when we draft next year. They're coming for you, and they're going to the Super Bowl.
First of all,
hold
on. Let's rewind. Let's rewind about Miami. First of all, it's basketball season. We no longer talk about
for you. It's basketball season. I gotta wait till San Francisco loses
or the Hurricanes. It is now basketball season everywhere where I reside. Fuck Belichick. Sorry, Mom. Sorry. It's not really kid.
Jeff, you will look good in a dress. I promise you.
That's all I'm saying.
AJ Brown. I mean, I look good in anything
dress,
personally, but
why is it gotta be? Why is it gotta
wearing
be
a dress? I'm not worried about that.
Oh, it doesn't have to. It can be rainbow.
Why does it have to be a black dress?
All right, so let's rewind this. Let's remind everybody what's going on here. Okay, so let's Lauren and Ferg. I want y'all to tell the peoples what the bet is so they can know why one of you will be wearing a dress come draft night.
So the bet is that I said Bill Belichick is the greatest coach of all time, and the Patriots will make it to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And they will. Well, maybe they'll probably end up playing Green Bay. Let's be real. Like Tampa Bay is down like all their receivers now officially.
Yep.
But Ferg is saying that is not happening. Mm-hmm. So if I'm right, this man's going to be wearing a dress on the show as we draft live next year. Mm-hmm. If I'm wrong, as Ian said, it's more likely for Ferg to be wearing a dress than me anyway. I will be wearing a dress on the show as we draft live. And we get to pick each other's dresses.
It's going to be fantastic.
I'm not worried.
Either way.
I am not worried. You're going to wear a prom dress. Full tiara.
I've worn prom dress.
Makeup.
A little corset and everything.
Full face beat and everything.
Makeup and the whole nine, huh?
Can't lie. Yeah, everybody.
I like it.
All right, so
the word was father. You're also watching this. Is your father watching this today? So
I don't know.
Everybody,
He's really
the
bad
entire
about.
family's going to be taking pictures.
He's pretty bad about figuring out internet stuff for an engineer. But Dad, if you're watching, he's gonna fall over because he's seen me in a dress like 4 times.
All right, so Ferg, you were going
Make it
to
5.
ask. You were going to ask Vanna a question before Lauren asked hers. So what are you?
Yes.
What was your question to Vanna?
I mean, because she's a champ. As a champ, we have to talk to the champs about champ type things. So
we do champ.
Vanna,
right?
who is? We discussed enough about it. Who is the? We'll go champs first. Then we'll go in champ order. I'll go last because I suck. So, who is the player in your redraft when you're picking next year that you're going to take first? You're not allowed to say Jonathan Taylor. Who are you taking first? If you
Probably
have the first
Lamar
pick
Jackson.
next year.
No, Lamar Jackson.
I don't know because I'm probably
Not
just
Lamar.
I have.
Not Lamar
I
Latrell.
basically have no loyalty to anybody except for like severe hatred of certain teams. So I'm going to go with who's statistically the best going into next season. I'm not really. I don't know. I'm gonna use Watson. I hate to say it as a former IBM employee.
I feel like aren't they going to rank JT number 1 going in next year?
Oh, absolutely. Easily.
I mean, basically, he's got to be
very easy.
If he's
Eckler
not hurt,
may be
if he's
number
not hurt,
2.
he got to be number 1.
Eckler may be number 2 in a PPR
King
league.
Henry.
In a PPR league.
No, in a PPR
Well,
league. Sure.
Here's a
King
better
Henry's not
question.
going to do it again next
Where
year.
is-
Derrick Henry.
Who is Christian?
Christian
Where's
round
CMC in
6.
next year? That's a better question.
Not on my team.
I'm not touching him till like round 5. If he's there in
I won't
5,
touch him.
you got to grab him.
I'm not touching.
2, Merrill, 2.
But so this does mean that Vanna's playing because I had to
Second
beg her
round?
to play this year.
Merrill,
Second
you're
round.
in.
Next
No
year.
doubt.
She's a champ. She has to play.
No
Yeah,
doubt.
yeah.
Second round.
Plus,
Yeah, Vanna,
plus
being a champ, you have to
me and
play.
Aiden are sharing a team next year. So
Yeah. I mean, that's the way Ferg gets into the family league. All right, so you're taking who? Number 1, Vanna.
Who am I taking number 1?
No, Vanna.
Oh.
So I honestly I auto drafted this year. I'm probably gonna do the same. Sorry.
wow.
You're not one of the drafters. I get
I
it.
think I'm gonna
I get
auto.
it.
I just don't know enough.
I think
to
I'm
Yeah.
do
going
it.
to auto.
I get it.
Yeah.
I
get it.
did drag her in like 2 weeks before, and I gave her like 35 seconds to learn fantasy football.
Oh,
So-
well, good on you for winning.
Yeah, I was gonna say to take over
Yeah.
and destroy everyone.
Can we ask the same question from a couple weeks ago? Who is your first pick at wide receiver? Who is the first wide receiver off the board?
Devontae Adams.
PP, yeah,
Yeah. What if Rodgers
over
isn't there?
Cooper, over Cooper.
What if
And
Rodgers?
so
isn't there?
if Rodgers
is still
if
there.
Rodgers is his quarterback, if we're assuming Rodgers is his quarterback, Devontae Adams is the clear number 1. I don't think he's done anything to not prove that. Right? His stats are better
Won't do
than Tyreek. His stats are better than Justin Jefferson. You know,
It's on better than Cooper Kupp.
Maybe
Yeah,
maybe
so-
not.
Not better than Cooper.
Maybe not this year, but do you trust Matt Stafford or do you trust Aaron Rodgers?
I trust Cooper Kupp.
I trust Cooper Kupp being like 3
I
years
trust
younger than Adams.
So let me ask you a question: how
you know
long does
Aaron's
Cooper
gonna
Kupp
be
have
there
on his
next year?
contract?
What's that?
Who's going to be there next year?
I'm saying, how do you know Aaron Rodgers is going to be in Green Bay next
We
year?
don't. That's what we're saying. Assuming Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams are together, right? Do you take Cooper Kupp over Devontae Adams? Is he the number 1 receiver off the board?
I
It's
take
really
Justin.
hard.
It's Justin Jefferson to me. So
Justin Jefferson. Hell yeah.
Jefferson.
I'm okay with that.
it's not even close.
JE, what do you think? What do you think about this?
Close.
Receivers, yeah, Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson would be your number one receiver taken?
Yeah, that sounds.
Is Cousins going to be in Minnesota next year?
Yeah.
You
Doesn't
got.
matter.
You can't play what if with who's the quarterback. Like you can't. You like.
Right.
I'm assuming Cousins will still be there. You know, you
I
can't play
think
what if.
isn't Cousins' contract up?
I don't know. I don't think so. I haven't
You got
heard
to
that.
play what if with the quarterback because
I mean,
don't
yeah.
give me Justin Jefferson with Baker Mayfield throwing him the damn ball.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
I don't want that.
Let me ask you a question, Berg.
I don't want
Berg,
Justin Jefferson and Teddy Bridgewater.
No, but do you think? But do you think that Justin Jefferson is better than
Russell
Jalen Waddle?
Wilson?
No. Do you think Justin Jefferson's better than Jalen Waddle?
I do.
Okay, and
do I think
is
Justin
garbage.
Jefferson's better than Jalen Waddle? No.
Right.
Two is garbage. Two is garbage. Jalen Waddle's still top 10. Two is garbage.
But he's not better than Justin Jefferson.
If Tua play, if Jalen Waddle played with any of the guys that you say are top 5 quarterbacks, Waddle would be putting up cup numbers because they're only throw the ball 10, 11. Anyway.
I don't disagree with you there.
12 catches, 12 targets a game with Tua.
Yeah, if it was, if it's a
what do you think about that?
If it's a non-PPR league, if it's a standard league, I don't think you can even look at Waddle. But in a PPR league,
well, I mean, if it's a standard league, then I probably won't. Yeah,
he's going to get 12 catches for 60 yards and you're and a touchdown. You're still going to score 20 in a PPR league. Waddle has second round value.
That's with Tua.
I love that.
Tua's not going.
Imagine Waddle with Deshaun. With Deshaun Watson.
How about with Ian
Watson?
Oh,
anybody over Tua.
No, bro. So Deshaun Watson goes to you guys, and Jalen Waddle is pretty much Will Fuller. So, but a little shiftier. So I would definitely say that I don't think he'd be top 4 receivers off the board for me, top 5 even. Because I mean, you got Devontae Adams, Tyreek, Justin Jefferson
in the top 4. If he had Sean
Coop,
I don't know, man.
Going into next year.
Debo?
Oh, Debo's I don't know. Like, I hope he is listed on Yahoo next year as a running back wide receiver.
Depends on where I'm
playing. Yeah.
Like Cordero was.
If he's a Patterson. I think some of these wide receivers, are going to be taken before much higher than a lot of the running backs because the running backs have lost a lot of value. Like nobody's taken Dalvin Cook or Alvin Kamara top 5 anymore. I would rather take Kupp or Adams.
Ian, there's no way Kamara doesn't go top 5 next year. I agree with you. I agree with you on the other.
Clint, you gotta look at that, bro. It's
I don't know, man.
Najee Harris.
Easy. I'm not taking him.
Eckler.
Joe Mixon.
Eckler.
And then all the wide receivers we just talked about.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know about. I don't know, man. I don't know.
All right, so but where does Michael Thomas go then?
Oh gosh,
I don't want Kamara in the front. If Jameis Winston's not back, I'm not taking Kamara in the first round. We already see what this is going to look like. Taysom.
I get it.
Unless they come up with something.
That is a quarterback one
some other quarterback.
Russell Wilson's going to the Saints.
I want Russell Wilson.
If Russell Wilson went to the Saints, you take Thomas and Kamara all day.
If Wilson came to the Saints, I would be so happy.
Absolutely, but you know he's going to the Giants.
Team too. Oh my God.
100%.
He's going to be throwing. He's going to be throwing little short routes to Saquon Barkley next year.
Pittsburgh.
No, don't say that. Sorry, Commissioner, but don't say that.
Pittsburgh.
No,
come to the Superdome and just light it up.
Pittsburgh is going to have a problem on their hands next year with Dwayne Haskins or Mason Rudolph, or hopefully they draft somebody. Maybe they can get Ian Book.
Duck Hodges.
I'm calling Russell Wilson to Pittsburgh.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he leaves. I don't think he leaves Seattle.
But he listed like 3 or 4 teams that he was willing to go to. I don't think Pittsburgh was one of them, but the Giants.
I think Carroll leaves Seattle before Russell Wilson does.
I don't know. Maybe with Rashard Penny now, he doesn't leave it all.
He plays in Seattle next year. I honestly, if I'm looking at the total package, I think Mrs. Wilson has said it's enough of the Pacific Northwest. I need to be back to where I can be relevant without having to travel across the country and leave my children. I say much closer to somewhere closer to where you would be. I don't see where any team's going to take it anywhere in Southern California anywhere. So it's got to be an East Coast team so that he can get closer to New York City. I just don't see it anywhere else unless you're going to give him a new contract, and just gave him what, $150 million guaranteed to go there.
Yeah.
I mean, only other place I could see would maybe be Chicago, or if somehow the Falcons can manipulate their salary cap, get rid of Ryan, and bring him to Atlanta. If you're going to dump money so she can be in Atlanta, but that's it. It's going to be somewhere entertainment relevant.
Well,
that's close by.
Pittsburgh
is close enough to New York.
He only said there was 3 or 4 teams that he was going to go to, and the Giants were one of them. I don't know if the Saints were one of them.
Philly
was.
was.
Oh, he did say Saints.
Did he say Saints? So the Giants was one.
Philly was one.
Yeah, take a look at that, Lauren. If you have
Saints,
a
8 games in the dome,
browser, you can pull up
8 games in the dome on the carpet.
Agreed, Jonathan. Like, agreed, bro. Like, and you have Michael Thomas. Like, why not? Because I don't know. You go to New York. If he goes to New York, that's his wife's decision. If he goes to New Orleans, that's more than likely.
I feel like Russ is one of those. I'm not, dude. I don't have anything. I really don't. I just think Phil is going to be one of those dudes that it's going to be a family decision with her holding more power in the vote than him.
Yeah.
As if they leave Seattle. If he doesn't leave Seattle, so be it. If he's leaving Seattle, it's going to be because she's going to be next. It ain't gonna have nothing to do with him.
Hey, Ferg. Real quick, Danye, can you put that back up, man?
Denver, New Orleans, and the Giants.
And let's talk about this real quick. So this is the what'd you say it was, Merrill? Fantasy football.
Pro Football Focus
top picks for next year. So let's take a look at this.
Oh,
okay, so obviously
Uncle Shannon's favorite website.
Yeah, so obviously Taylor is number 1. So they got Najee number 2. I assume this is PPR.
Has to be. Yeah, has to be.
All right. So then Eckler's 3, Henry 4, Jefferson 5. So this is what we were just talking about. So that's crazy. So Jefferson before Kupp, and then Dalvin. I don't know, man.
And then Kupp 3 spots before Devontae.
Right. And
I'm telling you, Kupp
and then,
before Devontae.
Right. What the real shocker to me here is the McCaffrey thing.
McCaffrey at 10.
Yeah, and I mean, I get it.
Not on my watch.
But I also don't get it.
Not on my watch.
That absolutely makes
Akers
sense.
at 14 and we haven't seen him.
Are we talking Mike Williams?
We haven't seen him.
Are we talking Mike Williams here?
Javonte Williams.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's assuming Melvin Gordon is traded.
Even if he's not, he's taking over there.
I would hope so, but Melvin Gordon looked good this year. I bet you Melvin Gordon had more yards. If Melvin Gordon is still there,
you get exactly what you got this year.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying, Ferg. So
they had an exact 50-50 split this year in carries.
Yeah. So why wouldn't
it's 50-50? I see it would be again.
So, Kamish, can you break down to some numbers for us? What was Gordon? Gordon first, Williams second, if you got it.
Oh, I don't have that in front of me, but
okay.
I mean, I would imagine Gordon. I own Gordon and used him a couple weeks. It helped out in a couple leagues I was in. So I would imagine he might have more touchdowns, not yards. He probably has more touchdowns. I don't know.
Well, do you know that?
I'll look it up.
Javonte was number 1 in the NFL in broken tackles. And he had, last time I looked, it was 100 less carries than Melvin Gordon. And that's what we all know that watching Carolina football. We all knew that was coming. But I think it's a shock to the rest of the NFL. Listening to these commentators anyway, it seems like it's a shock to the NFL. That
Javonte's got those yards. And
Melvin Gordon, 191 for 808 and 7 downs.
Okay.
Threw in 27 catches.
Okay.
So then we're going to go who?
Well, how many touchdowns on those 27 catches? Because he had a couple, didn't he?
Melvin Gordon, let's see, he had, out of those catches, it didn't break it down that far. Just 7 total touchdowns.
7 total touchdowns. And you said 808.
That's what we're
showing. So he had 1,000. He had 1,000.
808 rushing. It didn't have. I think he had to at least. Let me see.
Yeah.
He probably had like 150 points.
Killed him in
I mean, he had a hell of a year.
Gordon.
How about Williams? What did Williams have?
Gordon was all right.
No, Gordon was good. Gordon was playable every week that he played.
He had
Gordon was
27
better.
catches,
The numbers are
27
better.
catches for 207 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's what Melvin Gordon had.
All right, so he had
So
9
he hit 1,000 yards from scrimmage.
1,027 yards. What about
in scrimmage?
Right.
Javonte Williams. Let's see what you did this year, Mr. Williams. He ended up with. Come on. You're slow. 191 rushes for 857 yards.
Okay.
And 4 touchdowns.
Okay. So less touchdowns, a little bit, because you said
Little bit
Gordon
more.
had 880?
808.
808. Okay, so he had more yards than Melvin. Okay.
808 and 41 catches. 41 catches for 298 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Okay.
He had more.
I mean, Gordon is older. If anything, if you're the GM, if you're smart, you keep Gordon, you run Gordon into the ground so you don't have to pay him anymore. You still got Javonte on his rookie contract, and then if he doesn't pan out being the dude by himself, you don't have to worry about re-signing him to one of them McCaffrey type deals and then him breaking down anyway.
Right.
You at least do nothing else. You save another year on his legs by bringing Gordon back. Because if you run him to death at what, 22, 23 years old, he's going to be Saquon. He's going to turn into Saquon. He's going to have these big years, and then it's going to be over.
This could very much be a D'Angelo Williams, Jonathan Stewart situation. And I don't see why they wouldn't continue that, because that was super successful. And so, D'Angelo Williams and Melvin Gordon, maybe D'Angelo Williams is a little shorter and a little thicker, but Javonte Williams looks like Jonathan Stewart to me. And so, what do you guys think?
I like Javonte Williams. I'm a huge fan ever since he ran all over up and down Dade County. So, I think Michael Carter's still going to end up being a better back than Javonte Williams. To me, hey, that depends on what happens with New York. He's got to get out of the Jets.
I don't see how you draft a running back in the second round to not play him. Jeff, I get your argument totally. Run Gordon into the ground, but are you really benefiting your team? You're benefiting your team financially, sure, but are you benefiting your team to try to win? I think if you want to win, you got to go with the kid. So I also agree with you that Michael.
I can't remember the numbers we just said, but let's push. If we push Melvin Gordon to the background, let's take half of what Melvin Gordon just did. Give it to Javonte Williams. That means Javonte just ran for
1,200 yards.
1,500 yards on fucking 300 carries. So how long do you think you're going to run Javonte Williams? Give him 300 carries a year.
I'm not saying
the way he likes to run and break tackles.
No. I don't say you get rid of Melvin Gordon, but you make Javonte your steady first down, second down back, and you still have Gordon. You have like an Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon thing where Dillon's coming up,
but body types are reversed,
and he is.
You see what I'm saying?
The body types are
I think
reversed.
that's what Ferg is talking about. The body types are reversed. So you have Aaron Jones as the first and second down back, and AJ Dillon as the third round back. You have D'Angelo Williams as the first and second down back, and Jonathan Stewart as the third down back most of the time.
The average
Javonte Williams 200 plus touches is not the same as Eckler get 200 plus touches. Those are
maybe not now.
Different types of touches.
But the average lifespan,
Javonte Williams surviving.
Okay, so let me pose a question to Jonathan. So Jonathan is known in our circles. This dude is the running back hoarder, right? So he loves running backs. He has as many as he can on his roster. So Jonathan, what do you think about this question? About this topic here?
I'm pretty sure what I read through the season was they're not bringing Gordon back. And so it's Javonte's job. Fangio's all over him. They just really need a quarterback.
Because Drew Lock sucks.
There's no saying that Fangio is coming back though.
Right, that's true.
He's not secure.
That's true. But so J.E., let's pose it a different way. So let's say it's Melvin Gordon and Javonte Williams? Because that seems to be the debate here, that they're still on the same team together. So what do you think about this? Like, where are you drafting these individuals if you were picking both of them?
Well, Melvin Gordon is 28. He'll be 29 to start the season next year. So he's not on my list, really. I would go Javonte somewhere between 1 and 3, just depending on, who's out there and where I'm picking.
You're talking rounds.
Yeah, between 1 and 3, just depending on where I'm picking.
What I'm imagining you saying is that if you have 11 or 12, speaking of Hoofnagel, if you have 11 or 12 pick, Javonte is one of those first or wrapper.
I could see that. I could see that happening because the time the snake gets back to you, you wouldn't have a chance at him.
Right. So waiting 20 picks, you wouldn't get him in the third round at the second to last pick. Yeah.
Right.
So there's zero chance at that. So you're gonna take the chance that you're going. So you have to take him if you have the pick 10, 11, 12, you got to take him at one of those either first or wraparound picks.
I've been thinking about this for a while because some really good guys are starting to get some years on them. Derrick Henry's 28.
Yep.
Alvin's going to be 27.
Yep.
Zeke is going to be 27. Aaron Jones is going to be 27. And these guys are already missing games. So you might want to jump on a Javonte because you're trying to catch lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, and J.E.'s point is spot on. Like the average lifespan of an NFL running back is 5, maybe 6 years.
Yeah, it's not great.
And it's better if you have a stud, run him as hard as you can, like from a fantasy perspective. Run him as hard as you can and get rid of him 1 year early. I held on to Zeke 1 year too long.
Yeah, no, and a lot of people did, Ian. All right, so let me ask this. Are you taking Javonte Williams or Zeke? I'm going to throw some names at you. Javonte Williams or Zeke?
Williams.
Jonathan?
Javonte.
I'm taking Javonte Williams, and I'm looking at Tony Pollard real hard too, as a matter of fact.
Okay. Yeah, no, I get it. Merrill, what say you?
Javonte.
All right, Lauren.
What round are we talking?
Just period.
Oh, I would take
Javonte or Zeke.
Okay.
Round. Yeah. All right, so Javonte or Dalvin Cook.
That's tough.
Cook.
Yeah.
Cook.
Okay, so the final one, and this might be the most interesting one.
Kamara.
Javonte or Kamara?
Come on now.
I knew that.
Lauren, we know your answer.
She's not allowed to answer.
I think for both of them, you have to throw that
Kamara
what
with
if
Winston.
It's going to be Kamara with Wilson.
Kamara with
Wilson.
Taysom threw a touchdown to him last weekend.
We can all drink.
Okay, so let's say it's Kamara with Wilson. Let's say it's Kamara with Wilson. Who are you guys taking first? Besides Lauren.
I want
to
draft
one.
I want to draft in the wraparound, and I'm taking Michael Thomas and Kamara if Russell Wilson's playing. And then I'm coming back in the third round and taking Russell Wilson.
Ian, thanks for that conversation. Thanks for passing
if
it
you
along.
give me Russell Wilson, Michael Thomas, and Kamara with Peyton calling plays, I'm taking all three. And we'll figure it out on our bye week. I'll take all three of those on my team.
So is this very quarterback depending question then?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a quarterback question. So
if Taysom Hill,
quarterback.
So if Taysom is the quarterback, you're taking Javonte. If Russell Wilson is the quarterback, you're taking Kamara.
I mean, I'm taking Kamara across the board.
What about you, J.E.? What about you?
I'm taking everything I can get.
I love Alvin Kamara. He's a volunteer. He has not played a full season of ball since his rookie season. That's the only thing that concerns me about him. But he's an electric playmaker. I love him.
He's good with Ingram, too.
Well, hold on. Jonathan skirted the question.
I sincerely regret the impression of impropriety. Yeah.
So are you taking Kamara or Williams?
In what round?
Either situation doesn't matter the round. If they are both there and you need a running back, are you picking Kamara or Javonte if Russell's the quarterback? first.
If Russell Wilson is the quarterback, I'd probably go Alvin because if it's Drew Lock, I mean he's terrible. So
right,
let's stack boxes. It's the Saquon problem. They're wasting that guy with
What if it's
okay?
But
here's the thing: I guarantee you, if you look between weeks 1 and 6, Javonte Williams
at 0
target share and touches it's probably 70-30 Gordon.
Yep.
Maybe 80-20, right?
Yep.
So, but that ended up at 50-50, right? So the Javonte took a lot more at the end of the season than Melvin Gordon did. So I understand the Drew Lock situation. I don't think it's going to be Drew Lock. Nobody thinks it's going to be Drew Lock. I think if John Elway wanted to throw that number 7 back on, he'd be better than Drew Lock. So I think they're definitely going to get somebody else. So I would say he had a better quarterback next year. I don't think it's Teddy Two Gloves. I don't know, man. That concussion looked bad.
Is it going to be Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, whatever happened to Teddy Two Gloves?
Dude,
he's alive, right?
He's alive. He
is alive, barely.
He dove for the first down and got spun around with a hit on the head, and he had to get carted off.
Okay, I remember that, but I don't remember following up. Like I remember seeing that hit, and I never saw anything else.
Yeah, he's dead as far as
it looked like
the fantasy
year Jake goes. The Snake. Jake the Snake got hold of him.
Yeah, DDT.
He got DDT on the football field.
Did anybody see? Did anybody see?
He ain't got the snake dumped on top of him.
No, he was. It was the same week that Donald Parham got rang.
Exact same week.
Got carted off. It was the same week.
Yeah, but Donald Parham was on Twitter 6 hours later saying, "I'm fine." We haven't heard nothing from Teddy Two Gloves.
Look, I don't know how that dude's fine. He was shaking. His hands were like this. Like it was bad, bro.
It was a bad one. Yeah,
like that shit was bad.
Did you guys plan on giving any advice?
But I don't think you really. I don't think you would hear from Teddy anyway.
I don't see that. I can't see the chat, Meryl. So I don't know.
18 what?
Oh, can you hear me?
You got a good question on the Washington football team. I did not know this, that they are releasing the name on February 2nd.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It won't be the Wolves and it won't
be the Washington
Wolves.
Emailers.
It's going to be something like
emailers.
It'll be like the Washington Spirits.
That's stupid.
Tater salads.
All right. So, hey, guys. I'm on my phone because my iPad sucks.
Snyder's.
And so I can't see the questions. So let's answer some questions. So what's in the chat? I can't see it.
Make a bet on what the new WFT name is going to be.
I think it's going to be the Red Wolves or the Red Hawks.
They've already said that Wolves and Red Wolves won't be it.
We don't have the Wolves around here.
I think it will be Red something though.
Red Hawks, I think, is one of the options.
Red Tails.
Red Coats.
Red Tails.
Then they can stick with the whole like DC Revolution, Red Coat.
Hail to the Red Tails.
I would definitely say it's red
something military.
Nah, they're not. Dan Snyder's not that guy.
I think they're going to make it something. No, I think they're going to make it something, ethnic, towards the Black community or to the Native American community. Try to make their reparations.
We don't want to be a football mascot. Don't leave us out.
Don't lick Snyder.
It's going to be anymore. Thank you.
Hold on.
Washington.
Hold on. Let's.
Miracle downvote the Red Bones. He's gonna downvote the Red Bones, right? That's not.
Yeah, we don't want.
Wow.
We don't want Dan Snyder doing nothing with us. No.
With the call, the Red Bones.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's let Meryl.
That's fantastic, dude.
Yeah, we don't want that. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
Meryl said we don't want.
We really want to see Daniel Snyder.
You want like Alex Haley?
Imagine Dan Snyder at a congressional hearing.
That would be fun.
Yeah, wait
like
till Dan Snyder at a congressional hearing
to WTF. Let's let it go.
He came to this name.
But I feel like that's their problem.
Yeah, I like
they
that.
can't have a good season until they get a name.
Yeah, so
they're just like unfinished.
I like that name.
Every time I see it, I think I'm dyslexic. WFT.
I kind of like that.
What? Same, JE.
I know. I always look at it too and go, What's
Like I like
I-
the
I do-
soccer
I
names.
thought
Like
of a
why
question,
in
though, for you
soccer
guys.
can every city just be the football club? Why can't Washington be the football?
Because everybody would be
I
confused.
like that when I like the Charlotte
Football
football.
team.
Why?
The
Everybody-
Admirals.
Why you?
Boomer Esiason's an idiot.
Okay, timeout. So in the 40s and 50s, they had a baseball team named the Senators, right?
Went to
I thought
Seattle.
about that.
So they're
Yeah.
going back to this kind of shit. I don't think that's progression at all. So I would go away
Yeah.
from the Admirals. I don't think that's a good idea.
We should be like
It's a
Washington
marketing
Pride.
thing. There has to be a mascot. You can't sell a shirt that says team. You know.
No, but
Yeah.
you can sell the Red Hawks,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And you
Kids
don't have
love
to
it.
really, you don't really have to change much
Yep.
about the fight song and shit,
Yep.
right?
Because
So
these people that love the old name and
Right.
like the stuff, they're going to be dead. So you need
Right.
to have
They made us
something
learn that song
for
in
the
school.
young people to latch onto.
well, I just think that Dan Snyder
Apple.
needs to go away. So
He already
Like-
has. His wife owns.
It'll be
the
like a
team
little
as well.
Captain Crunch looking guy with a red
Yeah.
hat. It'll be cool.
Captain Crunch
If-
looking guy.
If Dan Snyder is picking the name, it's gonna be like that little dude that's in your uncle's front yard from back in 1960. That got the little cap on.
It's going to be the
You know the guy.
Washington email
That's what
scrubbers.
the mascot's gonna look like.
see, that's what. So
That's what it's gonna.
Washington
look
butt
like.
her emails.
well,
Their-
so Ferg
The
said
mascot
this
is
should
going
be
to
the
be like a
Yeah.
McAfee virus
Right.
scanner box.
yeah. You know what I mean? I don't think Ferg was far off. I mean, definitely the Washington emailers would be
Email
would be
scrubbers.
very
Epic.
catchy.
That's
It'd be
better.
very, very catchy. Very
All right, I
catchy.
got a question for you guys going into the playoffs
Okay.
because this is a I've been thinking about this all week. I've been excited for this one. Best and worst halftime shows. Because
Oh.
this year I am so excited about this year's halftime show.
The Super Bowl?
Oh yeah,
Oh, it's gonna be
And-
dope.
I'm
what is
so
this year's?
excited for some Dre. I like that.
Eminem,
man.
Dre, Snoop.
Oh,
It's gonna
right.
be
Alicia Keys, yeah. the one.
Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be.
I think last year's was. You know which one was? I'll tell you which one was the worst.
Coldplay.
The
Yes.
worst one. The worst one was
Coldplay
the
always
two-
kills it.
Yeah.
The 2004 Super Bowl between the Eagles and the Patriots,
Oh,
when
you're gonna
Paul-
do it.
because Paul McCartney was the halftime show, because the year before was the Janet Jackson,
Nip slip.
Justin Timberlake thing. And we got to tone the whole thing down. Let's just go as lame as we can go. And you had Paul McCartney on stage playing "Hey Jude."
Hey,
That's
So,
not a
I-
good halftime show.
Hey, the
I'll-
kids are in the bed. Just call it what it is. The Super Bowl got whitewashed because Janet
It
showed a
did.
titty.
The
Just like
best
it
one,
did.
was-
That's
Miley
apparently
Cyrus.
coming out in
Best
a
one
new
Ain't nobody
documentary
talking
too.
about it. But hey,
can
the best
It
one
is what
was
it is.
Prince. Prince was the
can
best.
I be the? Can I
That's
be
what I was gonna say.
the?
Prince in the rain.
That
Prince
was
was the
dope.
best one.
That's what it is.
Fuck.
Prince
That
was
was pretty good.
unbelievable. That was
Pretty
the
good. It may be the best ever.
I mean, I
So,
like. Is that is this the Panther Super Bowl? The one with I like the Coldplay, Bruno Mars.
No.
Who else was in
All
that?
they needed was
The
Nickelback to complete
Coldplay,
that
Bruno
set.
Mars.
Oh, how about the
And
one
for nothing else,
with, like, Britney
with shock
Spears and
value,
Aerosmith?
I like Katy Perry riding the Voltron lion. I like
See,
Katy
that
Perry on
was
that
kinda
Voltron
cool,
lion
too.
walk. I'm still trying to figure out how they got that black lion to walk through the goddamn
Hey,
stadium. I'm still. How
look,
did y'all, where y'all
And
get this
Juicy,
Voltron lion
and Juicy J on stage. Like you don't get
Right.
to see Juicy J at the Super Bowl.
Yeah. from? Dude, what day
So-
did you see Juicy J in front of 50 million people?
All right. So a couple things. So the Prince halftime show was incredible.
That was
I
the
don't
best.
really watch the halftime shows because I think pretty much they're all trash for the most part. But I will tell you, like, I like watching Beyonce. I don't really like listening to Beyonce. And
That's
so
fair.
when she almost fell coming out of there and then she recovered like a fucking boss, that shit, I like watching that because she didn't fucking
Yeah.
she didn't
Miss a
she didn't
step.
stop nothing. Like she
Yeah,
is
she's
straight
awesome.
business. And no, she's awesome. She's great. I don't like her music or Beyonce and them's music from back in the early 2000s. I don't like that either. So
Destiny's
but
Child.
watching her is great. I know Meryl's a Destiny's Child fan.
I like
and-
watching
I'm
her
not
walk away.
like the
I think
Super Bowl
after-
halftime show.
I think after Lemonade, I think I was.
I think the Michael Jackson Super Bowl halftime though.
Michael Jackson.
I mean,
that's in a different category, bro.
The Michael Jackson
that's
Super
like
Bowl whole time.
That's like saying what's your
time.
favorite. That's like saying what's your favorite national anthem. The answer is Whitney. So just like you said earlier,
everybody tries
just
to
like
copy
you said
it.
earlier, who's your number one draft pick that's not Jonathan Taylor? You have to pick somebody other than Michael Jackson.
I'll tell you another one I hated was Maroon 5. I can't stand their lead singer. He took his. I'm like, put your shirt back on.
Adam Levine.
I can't stand that guy.
How you gonna hate
No.
You know what? A halftime show used to be just one artist, and then they did this
Lady
thing like
Gaga.
15 years ago when they had Aerosmith.
The Lady Gaga was a good one.
The
Run
guys
DMC.
from
And she
Run
did by herself.
DMC. Britney
Run DMC.
Spears was on there. What the hell is going on?
Well, you understand the
Lady Gaga was
Aerosmith
good.
Run DMC thing.
Yeah.
You understand that.
Yeah,
Well, that's from Walk This Way. Yeah.
Yeah, but the
Well,
Britney
if
Spears
it's gonna
thing.
be, I
I
won't
don't
say the
understand Britney
greatest,
Spears.
but I'll say the one that stood out the most to me was the U2 one after 9/11 when they showed all the names going down the stream.
Again, Ferg, you're
I
going.
would say that's a
you're
top
going
three.
chalk here.
That's a top three though.
Ferg, you're going chalk here, bro.
Yeah, that's a
you're going
top
chalk
three
here.
right there.
Yeah, no, we get it. So, okay, any other questions that are in the chat that we have not addressed?
No,
Last minute advice.
Yeah, I threw in there like, is there anybody who's playing in the championship week this week?
All right, so I'll say this: if there is somebody playing in the championship league this week, find a different league, bro.
Get a new
garbage. All right, so I want everybody I want everybody that has knowledge. I'm gonna step back from this, but I want to ask this question to Merrill.
I don't know.
To Lauren. I don't know if J.E., Ian, and Ferg, I think, may have some knowledge here. Give the people out there the optimal DFS lineup for this weekend, or what you guys are thinking. What's a smash play? What's a sleeper pick? Like, because you have to, before you guys say anything, you got to think about what the week is going to look like this week. So you have the playoff teams that are already in the playoffs, clinched and everything. Are they going to be playing their guys? First of all, so that's the question number one. So another question is,
Lauren, I really want to hear what Merle's pick is, because Merle called us from Las Vegas and did play fucking Braxton Berrios.
Yeah,
and we were all headed to send our kids to college.
So
till Jamar till Chase and Burrow went off, we were all headed towards paying off student loans, cars, and everything off that Braxton Berrios pick.
Also, imagine if I had did that lineup with Burrow instead of Allen.
Okay,
and then traded out Cup for Chase.
So Lauren. On the adverse, Miss Lauren took out Jamar Chase of her lineup, but we can talk about that in a few minutes. So what do you? So what's a smash play?
I don't have any yet. Not till Saturday,
man. Sneaky good play.
I don't know any yet. I got to watch everybody practice, see if they make it.
No, but think about this though. So you have the teams that are still fighting for playoff spots.
That's where I'm gonna look first.
But also you got to look at this. Who are they playing? Are they playing teams that already are in the playoffs and aren't going to be playing their best defensive lineup? So you throw all defensive statistics out the window for playoff teams, already stacked playoff teams. You throw those defensive stats out the window.
Yep.
Right, for the teams that are for the players that you're going to play against them. So there's a lot of things to think about in DFS this week. I think
you're
there's
also
a
gonna
lot
have to think about the second. So I play the 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock games. It's a combo. So then I'm also gonna have to be paying attention to if somebody wins in the 1 o'clock game, that means that somebody else in the 4 o'clock game automatically goes.
Correct.
Like if this is actually like I'll play this week because I'm addicted, but I actually hate this week. Like, hate it. It's one of the worst weeks because you have to figure out, and that's like, and I like Commissioner saying, like, you got to wait till like Saturday, Sunday. Plus the COVID cases. I've been loving the COVID cases with DFS. This week is going to suck because you got the COVID, you got who's resting, but right now it doesn't look like there's that many now since they've changed things up so that they have the guys playing until the end of the season. It's not too bad. It's like only the Packers are the only ones that are definite.
Yeah, I'm
like
starting.
Everybody's got a reason to play.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
not,
starting every Raider and every Charger that I can.
I don't know.
Raiders
Those
are
teams
Raiders are
on
going to be my
Sunday
other
night,
Super Bowl.
win and in. Sunday
All right.
night, win and in. Raiders
Unless
and
the
Chargers.
Colts lose, if the
So
Colts
that's
lose, then they can
Now,
just
if the
Raiders
steal
aren't
the
gonna
ball.
If the Colts
get a
lose,
tie.
they both go. Yeah.
Raiders
Bear,
are not
this is what I
gonna
wanted to talk
It's a
about.
tie.
This is what I
Pittsburgh
wanted to
goes
talk
in.
about.
The
So
tie.
let's
This is what I want to get
hypothetically
to.
let's hypothetically say the Colts lose to the Jaguars. All right, hypothetically, this is out there. The Chargers and Raiders play at 4.
8.
Okay.
Raiders got that.
8.
Oh, 8, sorry.
8.
All right,
Come on,
so-
last game.
So here's the thing. So I saw something and I don't remember what it was on. I think it was probably on Instagram. But
It's
they
everywhere.
could each
It's true.
they could
It's everywhere.
each kneel the ball 15
15
times
Yeah, they don't
and
have to
both
play.
get into the playoffs.
Yeah, they don't have to play.
Right. So
Yep.
do
Nobody
they
wants to
claim
get in that
COVID?
way. No.
Do they claim COVID?
Nah,
And be like, we don't have
Raiders
enough
are
players.
I
The
just
Raiders
left
have
Las Vegas.
the Raiders
They're-
have more
they're
of a
super
reason to
excited.
play than I think any other team in the NFL right now. Like
I think
this
so
season,
too.
The Raiders, and I realized I made the bet with Jeff, but like I really feel like the Raiders are going to be in the Super Bowl. I feel like they're going to ride that John Madden. They did it last week. Like it's Saints win.
Slow
Yeah,
down.
they
Are
win
you
right
still on
after
those
Katrina.
drugs, Lauren?
That's too early. You still on them drugs?
Are you still taking those
Because I
drugs?
didn't know Madden
The
was
Raiders?
The
Madden
Raiders.
kicked it, and I was like, shit. Because it's going to be the Madden. They're
The
going to ride
Raiders.
that Madden thing
I'll
in
wear
there.
Hold
drugs
on.
on this show if the
So hold
Raiders
on.
win the Super Bowl.
Let me ask me too,
I swear
Meryl.
to
I'll
God,
take
I'm
that
The
bet.
Raiders.
I'll
I
take that bet.
Nope.
I'll take that bet. So Lauren, let me ask you a question. So you're saying
Yeah.
you're gonna if the Patriots don't make it to the Super Bowl, you're gonna wear a dress for the live draft next year, but you think the Raiders are gonna make the Super Bowl. So you're betting
Yeah,
against yourself?
because Madden died, and I'm like, how?
Fuck that.
Look at the
Their
narrative.
defense
Like,
is
come on.
terrible.
There's
Their
all these
defense is
narratives.
terrible.
Like the year that Peyton was retiring, he wins the Super Bowl. After Katrina,
Okay.
the Saints win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
After 9/11,
So let me
the
ask you-
Patriots win the Super Bowl.
All right, so let me ask you this. Do you see
I'll give you
realistically
Raiders and Patriots against the fields with this dress.
Maybe they'll
pick.
go AFC.
All right.
I'll give you
They'll go
both
AFC.
of
So-
them. So I'm giving you.
Well,
two
let me ask
chances
you a
to
question
get out.
though, Lauren.
I'll give you two
Lauren,
chances to get
so
out.
are you taking the Raiders over KC or the Raiders over the Patriots? And if
Or the
both of those
Bills?
answers are yes, are you taking the Raiders over the Packers
Oh,
or
I
the
just feel
Bucks?
like,
Yes,
I feel
he
like
is.
it's gonna be
How
one
are
of
you
those
even
like
thinking about this?
magical.
John
Like,
Madden.
I really do.
But John
Like,
Madden.
the narrative is like it's perfect because there's so much like real.
That's what matters.
reality
Lauren,
to
take the
NFL, I'm telling
morphine
you.
drip out.
Right.
Take the morphine drip out.
Right.
I
Lord.
swear to God, I swear to
Oh,
God, half
this is
of
great.
the Raiders team was like, who is that?
Who is that?
Oh,
Who's that?
The only way the Raiders are going to win the Super Bowl is if somehow they're able to use creative players from Madden. That's the
Yep.
only damn way.
Hey,
then the
hey,
Raiders
so
are gonna
look,
win the Super
so
Bowl is
so
if
in
there's going to be some
on that
creative
note,
players
Ferg,
on the field.
hold on that note, Ferg, Merrill,
Yeah,
can you
yeah.
tell me who your created Raiders Madden players were for Dennis that made the difference? So I got two of them.
Yeah.
I got two.
Can't say.
So no. So you got Keith,
Keith
Beef.
Beef. I forgot about Keith.
right? And then Bit Mike.
Bit Mike, yep.
They were so just to let the audience know out there, Merrill, we used to
I
used
wish
to
we had
do
video of that, man.
Oh my
know
gosh,
people-
we
y'all-
used to
I know
do
y'all-
Madden.
Nobody is really interested in that, but
Oh my gosh,
if
it would
they
have been
saw it. If
it
you
would have been
saw it
YouTube
on
gold.
tape, it would have been YouTube
Oh my gosh.
gold. I mean, like,
So Merrill used to create players. Merrill took so much time and effort in creating players
Oh,
and
man,
making them
it's a
really
real
good
deal.
for our drafts because we had a Madden league that we played in, trophies and everything. Like we played like 20 seasons and shit, right?
Yeah.
So Keith Beef was 7 foot, 300 pounds, defensive tackle. He was a 99 overall, speed, strength, agility, you name it, right? So then another defensive tackle, his name is Bit Mike. He was 5 foot tall. His strength was 99, his speed was 99, and the dude that had both of them on the same team. So you had this big 7 foot dude and this little 5 foot dude right next to you on the line, and they were dominant. But what Merrill's talking about is Dennis and I played in the AFC Championship one year. I was the Titans. He was the Raiders. I had Randy Moss and Derek Carr. Randy Moss. So I was down by 6 in the last like couple seconds of the game. I had the ball on the 50 with no time. Threw the ball up. Randy Moss caught it with his tiptoes in the end zone like this. Yeah. And my boy Dennis, who is literally my best friend, did not talk to me for 2 days. And there was like 15 people there, and everybody went fucking ballistic. It was bonkers.
I wonder if I just threw that up there. I wonder if it would be feasible to, once the playoffs are set, we could StreamYard and broadcast the teams playing in Madden.
Holy shit, let's do that. Let's do our best to try to figure that out.
Super Bowl.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, Madden
figure out how to
sim. We're gonna Madden sim the playoffs.
Oh, we could Madden sim it. Yeah, we could do it and put it on like,
Do you have the newest one, Meryl?
Yeah, I do. And I could throw it up on the screen.
Because they have all updates.
I don't know
shit,
why
right? So
yeah, I got 22. So yeah, we could do that and then play the games. I could record them and we could talk. You know what I could do? I'll actually do the full sim and record it, and then we can do a recorded session later where we have commentary. And then,
holy crap, that would be dope as fuck.
Yeah, let's do that.
Count me in for that.
The Raiders wouldn't go to the Super Bowl, but
it might happen. We'll sim it. We will sim the winter playoffs. I will set it up and do a simulation, and we'll show each simulated game, a portion of it, and commentary.
You're not be able to catch like the magic of John Madden's ghost.
Yeah,
like, I'm telling you.
So,
we'll watch it all together. We'll figure it out, but that'll be cool.
Okay.
So what happens if the Raiders make the playoffs? The Raiders win. What happens if the Raiders play the Patriots? Though, what exactly end? What are you planning on doing there if the Raiders play the Patriots? I mean, are you going to go dress shopping?
I didn't know John Madden was going to die before we made the bet.
Dresses
if I had known,
the middle of
if I had known John Madden was going to die, then I would have never opened my mouth. I've been like, oh man, that's gonna be that thing where like all of a sudden the team like comes out. It's like remember the Titans type shit or like or forget what is the other one? Marshall, whatever.
Waterboy.
Yeah, I'm just afraid the Raiders don't. The Raiders don't have.
Go. We gotta win.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Raiders don't have Von Miller though. I mean, you got to have a good player.
All right, so let me. Well, I mean, look. So no, they have that Max guy.
Hell, is Darren Waller going to see the light of day again this year?
They said he's playing this week. Max
Crosby? Darren Waller?
Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah, they said he's playing this week.
I mean, they could be. They're not terrible, but. Man,
no, they're not terrible, but
they're not trouble. So
their secondary is not very good. All right, so we have been on here for almost an hour and 15 minutes. So I want to revisit the question, but I want to change it a little bit. So let's say you had to put your DFS lineups in today. What's it looking like for the people? What's it looking like?
Colts defense.
Okay, who are they playing?
Jaguars.
Okay, so that's great. Who are the Giants playing? Because Jake Fromm.
Redskins. Washington football team. Sorry.
Start the Washington football team.
Yep.
All day,
But then on DFS, I would be careful with that because the Washington football team has nothing to play for. So like, why get your guy? Like, I'm literally gonna go.
Oh no! Hold on, Lauren. No.
Have to play.
So Merrill, there's 2 teams you want to beat.
Yeah, but I mean, when you said that about Philadelphia and Washington last year, sometimes.
But Philadelphia is.
You remember
Philadelphia?
Yeah, Philly.
No, but Philadelphia, Washington is different than Giants, Washington, though.
Is it?
I would say so.
A home game for the Washington.
I hate the Eagles much more than I hate the Washington.
Where are y'all playing?
I don't know where.
Does Philly have a chance of getting in at all?
No. Philly's in.
Philly's in.
Philly has a chance. Philly's in, right?
Philly's in.
Are they still in if they lose to Dallas?
Yes, they are in.
They're in. The Philly's in.
So, Lauren,
the Eagles have been more.
So really, Philly, Dallas really have nothing to play for.
Right. I don't.
Except to beat
Dallas.
I try not to watch the games where it's just like they're just playing to play. Like if they have nothing to play
for,
if you beat
Dallas, you're still going to be 6 or 7.
Doesn't matter. You beat Dallas. And I just don't think.
I think 6 or 7.
Dude, it's. I don't think there's any.
I don't know.
I would play the Washington football team.
That's not how an executive thinks.
Yeah, Jonathan, do you play DFS?
Yeah, that's not how they're thinking.
No, I have a laugh.
if you're gonna go on the road either way, it doesn't matter. I wouldn't play. If you're already down to Boston Scott, you're not gonna run your starters
He's
out there.
drunk.
Philly
Boston
and
Scott has COVID.
You can't risk.
Boston Scott
can't
has
risk hurt.
COVID.
Yeah.
I feel
Also,
like
Scott's on the
DFS,
COVID
like,
listed. So now we're down
So-
to Jordan Howard.
Patriots
now.
defense. I would
Kenny
look at.
Gainwell.
So Ian is right.
Yeah.
Boston Scott is on the COVID list. And so
he
as
vaccinated?
of right now, looking at so knowledge that you have at this moment, who is your sleeper starter in DFS, and
Hunter
who is your
Renfrow.
long shot?
Hunter Renfrow is. my
He's not a
sleeper.
sleeper anymore, bro. You can't be a sleeper after being 8 weeks in the top 6.
I
You
might
can't
look
be a
at.
sleeper anymore.
I might
Still
look
a
at.
sleeper.
I'll look.
Well, Lauren, let
It's
us know
hard.
how much is Hunter Renfrow right now. How much is Hunter Renfrow right now?
Probably let me look.
I'm guessing like
6,800,
I'm saying like 5,200.
6,500? No freaking way, bro.
He's
Six-
he's up there.
61. 61.
61.
61.
So that
Gotta
doesn't surprise me at all.
I'm just
I was
guessing.
wrong.
I'm guessing.
wrong.
6,100.
I don't play.
What is he?
Yeah.
I don't play DFS either,
Yeah.
Ian, but I know that that's low.
Is
I
Lamar
like
back this
literally
week?
can't call it till Saturday. I don't even know who I would because of who.
No,
Okay.
like not Saturday,
haven't
Lauren.
seen
Like
it
if you had to choose right now, all things standing, they are right now.
All right,
Who are
sleeper
you-
pick. Julio Jones.
Okay. Who is Tennessee playing this week?
Shit. man.
Tennessee
Shit.
is
They're playing
playing
the Texans,
Texas.
Oh,
Houston.
100%.
Yeah,
and
Julio
they
Jones.
need to win to clinch that
Get the
bye.
number one seed.
100%. Then you go Julio Jones. I'm
Julio
100. I'm
Jones
in
is
on that. I bet you he's not
Sleep-
expensive.
Jonathan Foreman.
How about
Jonathan
sleeper
Foreman.
pick? Give me
Oh, so
Ian?
Buffalo.
I like
I
that.
would do Buffalo guys. I would put Buffalo's in there because
They playing the Jets?
at home and they
Who's your
need
sleeper
to
pick,
win
Fern?
that game to get the bye. I would look at
how about I can't believe
I
I'm
might-
saying his
you know
name.
what?
I
might-
don't know if he's a
sneaky
sleeper or
one.
he's
What
right
about
on the verge.
Detroit's
Give me-
defense?
Give me Ayuk.
How about Gronk?
Brandon Ayuk. Huh?
How about
Yeah.
Gronk?
I mean, Ayuk is.
Give me Ayuk against the
I'm not
Rams.
mad at it.
49ers got to win to get in.
Yeah.
I don't know how it
That's
plays.
true.
I don't know how it plays out with the games before them because
Well,
they don't play
If
till
the 49ers,
4:25. So I don't know if they can get knocked out
if the
before
49ers
the
win, they're
4:25
in.
game.
If the 49ers win, they're in.
But
Okay.
If the
can something
49ers
happen
lose, if the
before they
49ers
knock
lose and
them
the
out?
Saints win, the Saints are in.
Right.
Okay.
I would take
All right.
Green Bay's defense. Did you see that they're playing? Or sorry, Detroit's. Green Bay's playing in Detroit, and they're probably going to sit. So that'd be Jordan Love in Detroit. That would be a
Yeah,
cheap
no
defense.
thank. Yeah.
I
That'd
tell
be-
you what,
that's
we'll
only
come up-
Packers.
I'll come up with the optimal lineup
AJ
today or
Dillon.
tonight, and I'll put some. I got to hop off in a little bit.
Yeah. So I mean, well, we're gonna
I would also
wrap
say
this
give
up.
me. I would say give me Rashad Penny again. Give me Penny
Why
again against
not?
the Cardinals. Cardinals.
Why
have
not? But
nothing
let me
absolutely
but
to
let's-
play for.
let's
And-
go
and
back.
It's not like they've been. So give me Penny.
Well, let's go back to a couple things. So first thing, the 49ers have beat the Rams the last 8 times.
Seriously. Wow.
So I don't know if there's Debo mind control, like literally Debo mind control over them or not, but that's definitely something to take a look at. However, Ian, I am 100% in on yours. I would start Deontay Foreman in every freaking DFS lineup I had available. If I play DFS and I don't, but
Well, I
Deontay
didn't.
Foreman, what, he had
You started
130
him when
yards
he had a
last
chance.
week and a touchdown?
He was a
And he's
beast.
playing the freaking Texans. Got to go for it. Got to start Foreman this week. I think
Jonathan
that's a
Foreman is a
smash
good
play.
start. Yeah,
I thought that's a smash play. That's a great look there, Ian. So for sure.
So Mixon's on IR now. I didn't realize that. Samaje Perine might be an interesting one.
Hold on, Mixon's on IR,
It's
Yes,
what
he
it
is.
says.
so
Yeah,
he's not
COVID.
playing in the playoffs.
I thought he was COVID.
Is
So
that
he's
what
not
it
playing
is?
in the playoffs.
No. I'm
thought
sorry.
he
He
was
has
on the COVID
COVID.
list.
Oh, he's
Oh.
COVID. Sorry, he's COVID.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
COVID.
All right,
Whoa,
COVID reserve. COVID reserve.
that is totally different. Okay, boy,
So
that was about to be
Well,
like.
The afternoon
against
at
the
4:30.
Browns.
Give
to
me.
stay-
I give you. Give me Derek Gore Saturday afternoon against the Broncos.
But let me ask you a question, Ferg. Did KC already lock up home field?
No. Tennessee has it right now.
Right,
it's
so
not
there's
locked up.
zero chance.
Tennessee has it right now.
Yeah,
If
but
Tennessee loses
But
and the
Hilaire
Chiefs
isn't
win,
it?
Right.
If you want
So no
home
Gore.
field, I think Andy Reid is smart enough to realize Gore is the best back that they have.
Stay away
And
from Gore
you're
because
gonna have
he
to
won't.
unleash him.
Darrell
Andy
Williams.
Reid is worried
Darrell
about
Williams
what
all day.
cheeseburger. He's worried about what cheeseburger and
You're gonna
milkshake
have
he
to
gets
play
after the
Gore
game, bro.
eventually.
Darrell
way.
Williams all day.
Yes.
Gore is a beast.
But hold
Gore is a
on.
beast.
Was Hilaire on COVID or was he hurt?
He hurt his collarbone.
He has a collarbone.
Okay.
Collarbone.
Broken.
And I'll never
J.E.,
draft him again.
Is he coming back?
He's not that
Is he
good.
coming back this week?
He's not that
He's
good.
got a chance to play.
He has a chance to play. All right. So J.E.,
He's not
you
that good.
seem to be you and Ian both seem to be the most up to who's playing, who's not. So can you guys, J.E. first, give us who is on the cusp? Like, can you be a Stefania for us here, Stefania Bell for us here? Like, who should we look at just to be careful with, and who do you think is actually going to play?
You got to look out for Lamar, I guess. I mean, that's probably the biggest player who's a question mark, right?
Are the Ravens playing for anything?
I don't.
They're
They
playing.
have to win.
Yeah, they're playing Pittsburgh, and that's just a blood.
But
feud.
No, but okay,
they're still in it. They need.
Are they
help,
still
but
in
they
it?
can still go. Yeah.
Okay, so they need to win.
Still in it. They're vaguely.
They need help. They need help.
Okay.
They need help,
But they can still win. So Lamar is definitely someone to watch. So anybody else, Jay, that you have your eye on?
Who's a question mark to play?
Yeah.
No, not really. I mean, not at this point. No.
All right, Ian, have you heard anything different than Lamar?
So I'm looking at a lot of the Eagles. Actually, Eagles had like 15 people go on the COVID list.
Okay.
Lane Johnson
15.
offensively, Fletcher Cox defensively. I want to see who actually play. And this is you got to wait until Sunday morning. You can't do it now. I mean, if Boston Scott plays, if Jordan Howard plays, and Micah Parsons is out. I mean, you look at some of these Eagles running backs. Yeah. If they don't play, if there's Jalen Hurts, they're talking about sitting Hurts and letting Gardner Minshew play. If there's no Boston Scott, no Jordan Howard, no Lane Johnson, no Jalen Hurts,
no Goddard.
I look at the Cowboys thing.
Goddard's
no
on
Goddard.
the list too.
Yeah.
Goddard.
Goddard's
with all of that, if none of those play, I look at the Cowboys D.
Can I add a name? Yeah. If all of those things happen for the Eagles that you just said, and Gardner Minshew is in, and obviously Miles Sanders is out, Boston Scott may be out. Yep. Do you look at Devontae Smith as being a smash play, maybe even a DFS darling, if you will?
I don't, because you're going to have Trayvon Diggs all over him. And while Trayvon Diggs does not get a lot of defensive plays, he gets a lot of interceptions. If none of those players play, Devontae Smith might be a sleeper, but I would lean more towards starting the Cowboys D.
Okay, so can I add to that? So I have a friend of mine that used to play college football and professional football, and he was a wide receiver. And he tells me all the time, that Trayvon Diggs gets interceptions because of opportunity, not making the opportunity himself, right?
But he gets them.
You're right. So here's the thing about this. Devontae Smith, regardless of stats, regardless of anything else, is one of the best route runners in the NFL.
Okay.
Right? So does he have an advantage over Trayvon Diggs? Because from what I'm hearing from an NFL receiver is that Trayvon Diggs is not great coverage-wise. He's great opportunity-wise.
So in that scenario, I would say yes. I would lean more heavily towards Devonta Smith if Russell Wilson were the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles.
But Gardner Minshew threw to him the week. You can look back at this. I'm pretty sure I'm right. 10 catches, 130 yards, and 1 or 2 touchdowns for Devonta Smith when Gardner Minshew was the quarterback.
So the week Gardner Minshew was the quarterback was against the Jets, I think, and your stats are exactly right. There were 2 touchdowns, but it was to Dallas Goedert, not Smith.
Okay. So it was Goddard, not Devonta.
And Goddard. is on the list also.
Though yesterday, Lauren.
What's that?
I thought I sent this to Lauren yesterday because it was a picture. Trayvon Diggs has given up more yards than any cornerback this season.
Right.
But he also leads the league in interceptions.
But the Eagles don't throw. The Eagles only run it.
Or giving up 6, which now makes him the Jameis Winston of all DBs.
Exactly. So Ferg, that's what I was saying. That's what my guy was saying. Yeah. He was like he's not a great cover corner. He's great when the opportunity comes to him.
But it's Jalen Hurts.
Right.
But that's the entire Dallas defense, though. Dallas
except for Micah Parsons
and
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Because if they don't get, well, I'm not saying they're not good, but I'm saying they don't beat good teams in real football. Because if they don't get the opportunity, score, pick, run back, they don't generate their offense bogs down against good teams.
No, you're not wrong about
They're
that.
just opportunistic.
You're not wrong about that, except for Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence. I would agree with you there. Except for those two guys, I would agree with you there because Micah Parsons is a different kind of dude, bro. Different kind of dude.
And with Micah Parsons, though, I would be interested to look at his stats. Does he have any scores? He's getting sacks, he's getting tackles, but he's not preventing. He's not the difference maker like the way that secondary. Because you could throw.
I think you should relook at
Trayvon.
I think you should relook at those stats there because he was in the MVP.
No. I'm not saying he doesn't have a ton of tackles. I'm asking
sacks.
In far as real football goes.
Dude, he was in the MVP
really
conversation.
Is he helping Dallas win? But is he
he's in the MVP conversation. Anything? I bet you Dallas defense is in the top 10.
He's helping Dallas give up.
Yeah.
So Dallas defense. Yeah.
I bet you they're in the top 10 this year.
It looks good, but
if Parsons starts, and none of those Eagles do,
that
Dallas
looks
team
good.
is good.
Yeah. All right. So everybody, we got 4 minutes that we're going to be still on this thing. So let's wrap this up. Any final thoughts that you guys have on DFS, on the last week? If some poor soul is still playing fantasy football, give us some people that you would look at playing from the football teams that are already in the playoffs. Okay, so I'll start. I would say Lazard would be on the list for me because I don't know if Devontae is going to start. And even if Jordan Love starts, Lazard's going to be his number one because I don't think Devontae plays. So, J.E., let's go to you next. What do you think?
I don't know. Maybe Christian Kirk.
Well, D-Hop isn't playing. We already know that. And they're still fighting for the number one seed, right? In the NFC?
I don't think Arizona can get the number one seed. Oh, no.
Okay, so then
Green Bay hasn't locked up.
Arizona can get there.
So then Kyler may not play. So then, because they have the tiebreaker too. So Kyler probably won't play, right?
Well, Arizona can go up as high as 2 or down as far as 5.
So then he will play. So Christian Kirk is your guy this week, J.E.?
I mean, he's going to be the number one, right? And there's
because D-Hop. Well, then you have what's that Wesley dude? That had like 2 touchdowns and 100 yards last week.
Wesley,
he's a vulture.
Yeah, but he may be a good Lauren. You may want to look at this. He may be a good DFS play. Wesley from the Cardinals. He had 2 touchdowns and 100 yards last week, so you may want to take a look at that.
That's a good call.
Yeah, you definitely may want to take a look at that. So let's go to Ian. What say you, brother?
I am going to jump on the bandwagon 2 weeks too late, and I'm looking at Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Oh, dude, you're 6 weeks too late. This dude's been killing.
Yeah, I put him in my DFS every week now.
I'm late.
Yeah, this dude's been fucking murdering shit, bro.
I'm late.
Oh, I got another one.
Let's go, J.E.
What about the Dre Stevenson there in New England?
Oh, yeah, that's a good
dude. Yeah, he because Devin Harris went out with a hamstring.
He'll be the starter.
Right, he went out with a hamstring. So, yeah, he will be the starter. And you saw what he did in 3/4 of a game of action. He had 100 and some odd yards and 2 touchdowns. So I don't think that changes at all. And I think Lamondre is a great pick. All right, so Ferg, what say you, brother?
If they don't play Hurts, give me Minshew. is a deep dive.
Yeah,
I don't mind that at all.
Not only to try to win,
bad.
but I mean, I think Minshew probably has one of them come to Jesus meetings with like the QB coach, like, hey, I'm trying to get this Denver job next year or somewhere, wherever Aaron and Russell aren't. I'm trying to get that job. Let me have my Matt Flynn moment.
I want to
50 times.
And my Matt Flynn
I know Devontae wants him out there throwing the ball. Yeah, I know Devontae wants him to be playing quarterback. He won't tell you that, but I know he would rather have Minshew out there throwing the ball. At this point,
damn right he would.
They made the playoffs or not. Give me 120 goddamn catches, get my next 150 million.
Damn right.
Deal, and then I'll go somewhere else and worry about winning.
All right, Lauren, what say you?
I'm gonna say I'm really loving the Bills this week, so I'm gonna say Devin Singletary.
He's been the running back 4 over the last 4 weeks. So I would say that's a great pick, even though I fucking hate anybody from the Bills that runs the football.
Yeah, I'm not a huge.
Is Devin Singletary a keeper for next year?
I mean,
gosh, dude, you just can't trust that shit, bro.
They need to keep Josh healthy for the playoffs. They're playing the Jets in Buffalo, so I feel like I almost wonder if Zach Moss isn't like a sneaky they just think it's smart to run the ball. He is, but then they don't want to get anybody hurt. If they
haven't ran the ball all
year. To answer Ian's question though, if you don't have 2 running backs that are top 20 already, then you definitely got to keep Devin Singletary.
Yeah, but you're not keeping Zach Moss
being at that bottom. I wouldn't keep Moss, but I'd keep Singletary unless I just had some ridiculous keeper shit, or if I was stuck playing fucking Saquon or somebody, I'd let his ass go. Somebody else take that.
All right.
So this is somebody else. You keep Saquon.
So this is super appropriate. Let's let the commish finish this off. So what say you, commish, on this?
You're on mute, bud.
You're on mute, Merrill.
Oh, my bad. If the Colts win like they're supposed to, then that game Sunday night, and maybe because I was down there, but those people in Vegas are hype, man. I feel like Derek Carr, 4 touchdowns.
Okay.
4.
I'm saying.
Chargers don't have a chance. If that game, if the Colts win like they're supposed to, I think the Raiders will beat the Chargers.
Well, okay, so
D Carr.
I don't necessarily disagree. I don't necessarily disagree. So let's reconvene next week, and Merrill, you can let the people know, man, because we actually haven't even talked about this. So I apologize if I'm hitting you with this. Are we continuing this throughout the off season? Because Ferg and I have talked about that.
It's up to you guys.
I mean, I'm good with it.
Yeah,
Well, Ferg and I talked about.
I'm sure it'll be just more like news and notes and stuff, or
right. That's that. Just a football show, and then when fantasy comes back, we'll talk about fantasy, and so it'll just
talk combine. You talk.
Yeah, we need more people to come in and ask questions too, man. So
exactly,
we need more football. We're gonna go more football.
We'll go more football focused.
We're gonna try to blend them both in together.
Yeah, a little sports entertainment.
Football.
Yeah. So we'll be back.
I think we need more bets as well. We need more bets that are.
I'm all about it.
I was this far away from making a couple parlay bets at Win, because the guy was explaining it to me how it worked, and I was this tempted. So
I like it.
Yeah,
I mean, there's been a lot of
people understand those odds and with the plus 180s and the 2, all that stuff.
So, the only thing, man, that I don't understand is baseball.
Who has to win again for the Raiders-Chargers game to be relevant? Who has to win?
The Colts have to lose to the Jags.
Yeah.
Then Raiders-Chargers.
If the Colts win, then the Raiders winner is in. If the Colts lose, both of those teams are in unless they tie, in which case Pittsburgh gets in.
Yep.
If you want that game, if you want that Sunday night game to be super relevant, you will
in on the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all in on the Raiders.
Yeah,
I'm all in on the Raiders.
Well, let's come back next week and talk about this and
Raiders
see
AFC
and see where we're at. and figure out the rest of this football stuff for the playoffs. And I don't think I have anything else. Merrill, do you have anything else, sir?
I'm gonna set that simulation up
for the Madden.
I'll know the result before you guys do.
That's great. Yeah. Like so you can get that Madden.
The Raiders a win before we do. That's good.
All right, Lauren, do you have anything else that you want to contribute?
No, I'm good.
Ian,
I'm cool.
Ferg,
the Colts win. Raiders. I'll take the Chargers in that game.
That's 5 minutes back.
For somebody for somebody to sing the Elton John song of your choice live on this show.
Oh, I will totally
I'm taking Chargers.
Elton John. Tiny
all right.
Jam.
I think Chargers win as well. I think Chargers and Colts win as well.
I take
so. Yeah, I don't think you have anything to worry about. I don't think the Chargers are going to put another dud up like last week. J.E., what say you, brother?
I'm glad I didn't retire.
Yeah,
yes,
same.
We're glad you didn't.
Same. Well, J.E., look, you get to have this next year, and you get to wear it as much as you want.
It was worth it all just to get that.
I mean, it has to be worth it all just to get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, dude, regular season's harder to win than the Super Bowl, brother. So, I mean, you know, we've talked about that multiple times, you know, on this podcast. I mean, on this YouTube show, man. I mean, regular season's hard, bro. Super Bowl's nothing but luck. I mean, look what happened, man. I played Jared Patterson, got 20. I played Jamar Chase, got 64. Yeah. So I was like, what do you do? You know what I mean? Yeah. So, all right. So for
you guys need an email.
Yeah. No.
Email questions ahead of time.
Yeah. Email questions ahead of time. We can definitely answer them.
Yeah.
So, Commish,
Workshopping live, baby. Workshopping live.
Commish, J.E., Ian, Ferg, Lauren. I appreciate all of you guys. It's been a great fantasy season. We will reconvene next week and talk about some football. Yep. And please feel free, J.E., if you want to join us next week. We'd love to have you, brother. We enjoy your insights, and we will see you guys later.
All right, sounds good.
I want to throw one more thing out there before you go, Clint. Is there any aspiring producers that want to donate some beats for an original song so we have some theme music?
I can actually take care of that. You know who did our theme music for our podcast, right?
There it is. We need some music.
Yeah, so
we need to have a listening day, you know, everybody, and like have the folks. I can't get the words together.
Lauren's gonna sing the theme song.
For all of those that don't know,
it's a contest, a theme song contest.
I like that idea. So let me tell everybody. So also, Merrill, Ferg, and myself, I have a podcast called the Joe Schmo Sports Show. That's JOESCHMO, and we are having our annual after the season fantasy show on the 15th of this month. It'll come up probably about 4 or 5 days afterwards. So we are on every major platform. You got iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, Google, all the things. So Joe Schmo Sports Show. We are J Schmo Sports on all of social media. So we are going to be doing a end of the year fantasy show in a couple of weeks. Ferg's going to drive up to the Bull City and join us in studio. And so we would love for you guys to like and subscribe this channel, obviously, like and subscribe and review all of these channels. So this one, so the NC 100 and the Joe Schmo Sports Show. And if you guys are interested in that, we will drop the link in that next week, or sorry, whenever we get it aired and produced, we will put it out next week. Yep. And the people that did our theme music is I don't know if anybody is familiar with Big Daddy Kane, but his DJ for the last 20 years, his name is DJ Skaz, and you can find him on Twitch. And he does a Saturday and Sunday show, like an old school, what you used to skate to, like roller skating rink type music. Nice. He does a show we
need to get Big Daddy on the show to talk about his Giants. He's probably like the Giants or the Jets or something,
bro. And so we will definitely see if we can have somebody do our theme music. See if we can get Skaz to put something together for us once you guys come up with what we should have. So Again, Clint, J.E., Kamish, Ian, Ferg, Lauren, love you guys. Can't wait till next week. I will see you soon.
Weekend, everyone.
Yeah.
And if anybody is playing in Week 18 championships, good luck to you. But also, fuck your team. And we'll see you next week.
All right, take it easy,
That's
everyone.
too funny.
Stay safe.
All right, peace.